I done ate a half bag of popcorners and had 4 Cheddar Bay biscuits, homemade from scratch last night, and I called myself on a mini cut. I'm still wondering why that scale has not moved.
I do not feel like doing this. But here I am.
Now that's why you see me on this bike. That's why you see me stressed like I am. Because the thing is, I have a birthday trip coming up and I'm still big. The scale has not moved. And don't tell me, oh, no, you look good. I know I look good. All right. I look all right. But the thing is, under that, what you're watching, I have fat on my stomach. I want the fat to go away. I want to be snatched. I didn't get to be as snatched as I wanted to this summer. So I'm like, you know what? Let me end the summer with a bang, right? Let me do something and get the body right. It hasn't worked because I've been making them Cheddar Bay biscuits like somebody had a goddamn pew pew to my head. And that's half the problem. I had to throw away my Cheddar Bay biscuits. Like, they are really sitting in the garbage right now. Like, I don't think you guys understand. All right, moving away from that. So here's what's going on with my mini cut. I wish somebody could come along and scrape that fat off my back. All right, I am a muscle mommy under all this fat. I don't know my body percentage fat, but it's there. And I know when I jump up and down real fast, I can see my upper abs. And I can see a little V-line coming in. So my take is, if I go on this mini cup, which I'm going to tell you guys what I'm eating and all that, follow me on this journey. It's going to be 2 weeks, and my aim is to shed at least 5 pounds and to be looking good on my birthday. My birthday is on September 22nd. This is a very serious thing. So for my mini cut, what I'm doing, I am in a huge calorie deficit. I usually maintain at 2,500 calories. That's what it takes to maintain my weight. I might gain a little bit at that. So I'll say like 2,300 is my maintenance. And then as I'm trying to cut as much as I can in these next 2 weeks, I'm going to go on about 1,000 calorie deficit. So I only want to consume about 1,500 calories a day. Your girl gonna be hungry, all right? Your girl gonna be starving. But it is what it is, because I just keep thinking about me being on the beach and just like being like, damn, here I go rolling through the airport again. I thought I would be less than 190 pounds again and didn't hit the target. But no, this time we're going to hit the damn target. So my main meals that I'm eating is protein shakes and 2 salads a day. So I'm in the gym lifting very heavy, very, very heavy, 3 times a week. All right. I don't play. I do mostly compound lifts. So you're talking your RDLs, your squats, your walking lunges. Those are my staple exercises. Bulgarian sometimes, honorable mention those. I don't really do those too much. Hip thrusts, I do those as much as I can. And I try to lift pretty heavy. If I'm trying to just stay in the loop, I'll do, a 45 on the barbell. So that puts me at like 130 on the RDL. I could do the same thing with the squat. And yeah, and then I'll just stack on more plates if I'm really trying to like go till failure. But that's my baseline. Now, the thing about the mini cut, I know it's very popular and we do get... I'm looking at this video of me. I look crazy. I'm watching Breaking Bad, by the way. And I'm going up and down like I know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to lose weight, all right? But with the mini cuts, most people think like, oh, I can lose this amount of weight and I'm going to change real fast. Yeah, you might have some impressive changes, but you have to remember it's mostly water weight. We're not losing all that fat. So, for example, me personally, I've done a fruit fast for about 10 days, and where I had only fruit, specifically seeded grapes. It's very cleansing. There's a lot of literature around it. Go check it out if that sounds like something you're interested in and you're crazy like me too. And I probably lost maybe like 12 pounds. I was losing like a pound a day almost. And it was great. Like my stomach was flat, my face was thinning out, and I was less fluffy. I was more tight. But that minute I started eating and I think I had some fried fish and something else, it just came right back. So I'm sure I lost some fat, like most people. If you really go on a deep calorie deficit, you're going to lose some fat, but most of it will be water weight, especially in such a short period of time. The whole idea of losing fat and losing or lessening your body fat percentage is that it has to be sustainable. We can't just be out here thinking that we can just starve ourselves and that's going to work. We have to eat in a slight caloric deficit for an extended period of time to really lose the fat. Remember, fat loss is slow, and I have to tell myself that too, like, because I get frustrated on this journey because, again, I've been at it for a minute, but it's my diet, you know. I like a good fried fish, some fried plantain, fried this, fried that. And I was on this whole biscuit kick. When I tell you I was in this kitchen treating it like a bakery, I was making some honey butter biscuits, and then I added some the Krusties. You know how good the Krusties pancake mix is? I added some of that, so I had to make a new batch because I done upped it, added more butter, more honey for the honey butter biscuits. They were delicious, but I was tearing them little things up, and I feel like that's another reason why I'm not as, as less fat as I should possibly be right now. Then I get the bright idea to go ahead and make me some Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits from scratch. They definitely gave Red Lobster's biscuits a run for their money. I'm telling you right now, I tore them biscuits up. But guess what? I had to put the rest in the garbage because I was going crazy. Like, I can't have that type of stuff in my fridge and just have it sitting there like a normal person and eat like, oh, one biscuit I'm going to have on the side with my dinner. Nah, I need 4 to 5 biscuits in one sitting. Thank you. Extra honey, extra butter. So I just recently threw out all my biscuits, guys, and I just wasn't happy about that. Actually, scratch that. I was getting sick of those fucking biscuits because I was just eating them and eating them and eating them. Like, I was just felt like a glutton. So I just feel like I'm depressed about that because the thing is, my trip is coming up in T-minus 2 weeks and the scale has not moved. So now I got to do all this drastic shit to just get a little something going on so I can feel like, when I'm on the beach, I did something. But anywho, back to the specifics about the mini cut situation going on here. So I promise next time I'm going to try to add more pictures and scales and more shit in the video for you guys to look at, other than me watching Breaking Bad and just looking confused and slow on the damn bike. But please bear with me because I'm trying. Now, as far as this mini cut, like I said, I have some very basic meals. I'm doing salads with baked chicken and my protein shake, right? So today I had my salad and I also had my baked chicken in there. And I also have my protein shake. So I'm not having that much. I'm not having that much right now, but I'm hungry. I'm laying down and I'm afraid, guys. I'm fearing for my life right now because my thing is, I don't know what I will do if I get up and open that fridge, because there's a lot of things in that fridge that I could fry up, but I'm trying not to. So part of me is wondering, should I go to sleep? Should I go for a run? Well, that's going to make shit worse. But I have to also get on the bike tonight because that's going to put me deeper into a caloric deficit, but it's also going to make me hungrier. So I'm wondering if I should just go to sleep. So I decided that I'm not going to go to sleep. I'm going to stay up and I'm going to get on the bike. I've been laid up because, like I said, part of me is fearful that if I step foot in that kitchen, I'm not going to know how to act. But after I'm done editing this video, I promise you guys I am going to get on that bike because I'm going to be as snatched as I can be. I'm trying to be snatched, okay? When I get on that beach, snatched like nobody's business. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who is watching this video, especially if you watched this far, because as you can see, I don't have many subscribers. I don't have many videos like this. This is my 3rd episode, but I did this to really create that sense of community, especially for the workout girlies who are solo workout girlies. Maybe you wanted to work out with your friends or your cousin or your best sister or whatever, but it just doesn't work out. Sometimes scheduling conflicts, sometimes you don't live near your person. Sometimes you could just be real anti like I am when it comes to the gym. Like, I like to do the gym on my own. I find it very cathartic, and when somebody's with me, like, oh, how do you do this? How do you do that? It just drives me crazy. There's nothing wrong about, being a newbie in the gym. We all have, but you know how it is when you really just like to be in the gym and get money, okay? Now, I feel like at the end of the day, this whole situation that I'm trying to start here, I want you guys to feel comfortable coming onto my channel when you're on the Stairmaster, or when you're walking, or when you are doing some sort of workout, whatever, because I want you to feel that sense of community. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to do things or to really get them done and to feel excited about it when you're the only one doing it, especially when we're not seeing results. Like, can we talk about that for a second? Think about how long you've been at whatever you've been at, right? Even if you've been up and you've been down, please expect that. You're not going to be perfect, and that's okay. You're not supposed to. But my thing is, sometimes you could be at something for so long and you don't really see much progress. So it really, really helps for me, especially when I was just starting out. I would look on YouTube, I would look on Instagram and look at girls who are like me trying to get into the gym, or looking at girls who are way past me to help me see and have something to shoot for and aim for. So we can just simply do that together if that's something that you're interested. So let me know down below. I want to know where you guys are from, why you clicked on my video. And even if you're the only one who comments on my comment section, please don't be shy. I will respond to you. I just want to get a good gist of like what this community is in, what type of community that I'm fostering here, right? Because again, I've done this so few times. I'm going to continue to post. You guys can bet you're going to see me on that bike sweating, watching Breaking Bad while I'm doing this voiceover now, because it's something I want to do for the long haul. And this is also for my girlies who have been really close to their weight goal, or you can kind of see your way there. And somehow, some way, do you find a way to sabotage yourself? Like, I'm starting to think for a second about my whole biscuit run. Like, I got obsessed with the honey butter biscuits and I made them again. And then I made some Cheddar Bay biscuits. And my thing is, like, yes, they were good, but I've been doing fine, y'all, without bread for a long time. And when I say a long time, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. I haven't really been making rice. I made rice once in my house for the past about 4 weeks, and I haven't made any bread. I'm not gonna lie, I've had pizza, you know, when I went out. I had tacos, which the shell of it is bread, but as far as what's in the house, which is 80% of my diet cooked at home, I haven't made any bread. So I'm wondering if you guys find that when you're getting closer to your goal, that your body kind of resorts to your old ways of being and doing and behaving. Because part of me, I'm like, Alyssa, are you trying to sabotage our goddamn gains and all this good food and vegetables you're eating by making all these damn biscuits? And when I had that thought, I'm like, oh no, this shit got to go in the garbage. Absolutely not. The old Alyssa will not try to rear her head talking about, you want a biscuit? Absolutely not. I threw those shits out because I felt like I didn't know why I was so motivated all of a sudden to become Martha Stewart in the damn kitchen. I haven't baked. I don't know the last time I baked. So yeah, let me know down below. Do you guys find that you guys sabotage yourselves in that way? Do you not look at it as sabotage and you just look at it like, oh, I just want a little biscuit? For me, the way my mind works, it'll start going crazy. Like, maybe you want that because you're trying to sabotage your success. Maybe looking your best is going to make you uncomfortable some way, somehow. Maybe part of you is most comfortable when you don't feel your best, right? Like, it goes deep. So I wonder if any of you guys feel that same type of thing when you're nearing a goal and it's different and it's a new place. And remember, it does not just have to be in terms of working out. It could be career goals. It could be some side hustle you were supposed to get off the ground, or that book you were finally supposed to write. Maybe you're getting toward the end and now all of a sudden you have brain fog and all this stuff, because the mind is sneaky how it tries to really trick us out of our success. So I'm here to tell you, whether you have fear of failure or fear of success, you better keep on going, right? Because we are here to hold each other accountable. You want to not just look good, but you want to feel good. You're tired of not feeling good and looking your best. You're tired of looking in the mirror and not being happy with what you are. And again, we're not just talking about looks. A lot of what we look like has to do with what we feel like. How you expect to look vibrant and beautiful and youthful and all this stuff when on the inside you're tired. And on the inside, you're frustrated, you're angry, you're sad, you're depressed. You're going to look like what you feel like most of the time. So this whole thing, my journey on the bike and the YouTube and the community that I'm going to create, it's not just about losing fat. I really don't want anybody to think that, because I think we have so many wonderful girls out there who are really, really taking that space by storm when it comes to the bodies and the working out and the ass and the aesthetics and all that. It looks fantastic. But I want to take it deeper. We're going to go a little deeper on this channel, where we're going to lose the fat, right? We're going to decrease our body fat percentage because we deserve it. We deserve to be healthy on the outside. It's not just about how we look. That is a plus, but that's not the whole thing. So yeah, we're going to get the physical results here on this channel. But what we're also going to get, more importantly, is that internal change, to where we start to feel as good as we look. And a lot of times I'm learning that the feeling precedes the result. You have to have the feeling before you get to that end goal, that end result. So I guess for me, I have to feel slim, skinny, and trim before I get there. You know, I have to kind of visualize it more, and I have to kind of welcome that version of Alyssa that I haven't been in years. I've been slimmer than this. This is probably the biggest I've been. And to you guys, I don't know what I look like to you guys or whatever. Some people look at me and say, oh no, you are on the slimmer side. But that's a whole nother thing, because, you know, black people slim and healthy slim is two different levels, you know. And it depends on what school of thinking we're going to subscribe to. Now, for me, I used to be all about being thick, getting thick, having the fattest ass I can have, and the smallest waist and all this. But nowadays, as I grow and as I evolve, I'm like, you know, slim thick, I like that. You know, I like my legs being slimmer. I don't want any back fat. I want to be soft still. I don't necessarily need to be like abbed up, like you just go down my abs and you could feel them. That's not really my thing. I think it looks great for those girls who that's what you're after. But for me, I don't mind just having a flat stomach with some ab definition. I would like to have no back fat, and I would like to have smaller thighs. Again, my measurements are 36, 32, 50. 36, 32, 50. I think my ideal waist size, I think I could spin like a 28. I think I could lose that around the waist, you know, 4 inches. And then around the lower half, whatever it is for just a little slimmer thighs. So for me, that might look like 45 around the hips instead of 50. I noticed that it got bigger the more and more I was in the gym, because I do a lot of glute focused exercises. So, you know, the ass grows out, so the circumference isn't just about width and the hips and thighs. Sometimes when your butt protrudes, it will add to the inches. So I'm not going to get so fixated on that. My lower body is cool. I do want to be a little slimmer down there, but that back fat got to go. I have, you know, if you see some arm fat as well that I'd like to tighten up. Overall, I'm happy with my body shape. I think I have good genetics. You know, we can't skip that. I have good genetics, but just because I have good genetics doesn't mean that I'm good. That means I still need to be in the gym just as much as anybody else, and I still need to care for my vessel just as good as anybody else. Because what the hell is the good of having the genetics and you don't take care of it? Because then you're gonna look sloppy. Like, let's just call it what it is. And I feel like so many of us, we're so comfortable with being thick, right? Just because we think it looks good. But no, sis, you're unhealthy. When you're big and they say, like, just rule of thumb, if your waist is over the size of 35 inches, you got to lose some weight. Because we're not just talking about aesthetic, we're talking about visceral fat too. Remember, visceral fat is the fat that grows around our organs. We have, I believe it's subcutaneous fat, the one that's right below our skin surface, right? We can kind of grab our skin and feel that. And then there's visceral fat, the kind that is the most dangerous, because it really impacts the way our body function and our organs. And that's what causes a lot of health issues that us as Black women are facing, because we're the most obese. We can't sit around and act like that shit is cute just because we carry it well, right? I'm 5'7", so I can say, like, oh, I'm knocking on 200, right? I'm 193. I think I was like maybe 198. It's like, oh no, I'm almost 200 pounds. I'm in the gym. That's cool. But I mean, is it cool though? Because if I gain an extra 10 or 15 pounds, that puts me into that realm of now you headed toward big land. I don't want to be 10, 15 pounds away from big land. I want to be quite a few miles away from that. For me personally, I want to be around, I think 170 would be ideal for me. I won't be skinny. Even when I was that weight, I still had thickness. I still was very shapely, but I was slim. I wasn't real thick. It wasn't all about the thighs. My ass won't be as big, but that's okay. I think we kind of need to move away from that fascination of having like a huge ass. Because for what? Like for what? Why? Why does your ass need to be that big? You already got ass. It doesn't need to be that big. So I think it's just important for us to have these conversations and be able to be real with each other and hold one another accountable as the most obese group in America. And that's us, Black women. Okay, from what we're eating and also the fact that we are very sedentary. Some of us aren't working out. Some of us aren't walking. Some of us aren't doing shit. And I understand. You got life. You got kids. You have this. You have that. But I mean, how many years are you taking off your life by being that big and being that sedentary? Because let's say it's not even just diet, which that's huge, but just by not moving that much, that's also really, really unsafe and really, really unhealthy. And we have to start really being okay with calling each other out about that. Because the first thing, if you get slim in a Black family, they're going to start talking about you like, oh, what's going on with her? Why isn't she eating? She must be depressed. You got to put some meat on your bones, right? But they won't bat an eye when you start getting a little bit big. Or they find some sort of goodness in it. Like, oh, she's strong. She real thick. They big boned. No, you're fat, right? Like you're fat. Not calling you that as a slur, but you're literally fat. There's fat all throughout your body. That's inflammation. That's putrefaction. You're carrying around waste when you have a lot of extra fat. So I really want us to stop romanticizing that, because I think we really bought into that, and all it's doing is shortening our life. Think about it. Being thick, did grandma being thick help her out? Did auntie being thick help her out? Think about your big aunt and your big grandma and all the women in your family who are big in their later years, when they're in their 50s and 60s and 70s. They all have health issues. Point me to somebody who's big or thick and, oh, she always been big bone, she always been, and don't got no damn health issues. They either got diabetes, hypertension, some sort of cataract, some sort of autoimmune disease, something they have. And it's all based on the diet. So, especially my girlies in their 30s, because I'm a girly in my 30s. I'll be 33 in 2 weeks. And I'm taking it seriously. We got to take it seriously.
I also want to bring up the fact that we're nearing the end of summer, right? And I know some of us said we're going to have summer bodies and all this and all these things. Sorry, I killed some weird ass flying ant or some weird shit. But anywho, we told ourselves that we would be right. Our body's right, or we're going to start that business, start that side hustle. The thing is, I want us to move away from feeling like just because it's summer, like now it's the right time. Maybe the fall is going to be your time. Maybe the winter is going to be your time. That's the time where the trees are hibernating, the leaves fall off, they take on a different form. That's a time to really go inward and really be one with self. So don't ease up on the goals that you've had just because the main stage of summer is closed. You can still get right. You can still get right. Start now. If we missed our summer body train or our summer goals train, we have so long now to really get right for next spring. Fuck summer, right? Like we can be right for the spring. Think about how much time flies. It's already September, October, November, December, January, February, March. We got 6 months until spring. So let's start and go on a 6-month journey to really being right. If you get in the gym now, you're going to be right by spring because you're going to have 6 months under your belt. So also, I want us to keep that in mind. We don't have to feel bad or begin to feel like we're self-loathing because we didn't get our stuff done. There's always time. Nobody is putting a timer on us. We're not going to get in trouble. No one's going to beat our ass if we don't get things done. Let's just be easy, but let's start and let's be consistent little by little. So pray for me, y'all. Today I have a huge family function. It's going to be so much food. And I'm on my mini cut. I'm trying to only eat salad, but I'm going to be graceful with myself today because I know I'm going to eat. So this morning, all I had was some ginger tea. I probably will have some fruit, maybe some oranges. I got some grapes in there, but probably just a few oranges. And I'm going to call it a day up until maybe midday, and then I'll find something small. I'm going to try my best. I'll let you guys know how I did in the next video. Pray for me because I told you guys I got a goal in mind, and I'm trying my best to hit it. So I'm going to leave this here, and I want you guys to enjoy the rest of the workout. I hope that you're working out with me. Let me know down below. I really want to interact with you guys if you're working out with me. And if you are, keep going. I'm going to play some nice music for you to stay motivated. And I will be seeing you guys in the next episode.